Welcome to the Forex, and here we're looking at the US dollar index here, and it's deeply oversold at this particular low through here, and that's what we're looking at. And we can also count 5 waves down through to here. This current move up here appears to be corrective. So it's a little bit unclear exactly sort of what it is and how large it can go, but you know, it's just the norm to expect it to have a retest back into this particular area through here, which is roughly the 38.2 retracement level. This 50-60% retracement level is up a little bit higher up through here. So I just suggest let's see how we go here. I mean, it doesn't look impulsive here. It looks corrective, so it could just roll over further and sort of cascade down, but we have made a bit of an effort to count this 5-wave structure through to here to nail this low in here, and it has made an effort to get back up. And look, while it's above the closest largest number, the 79.50, then I suggest that we stay with the current rally through here, which would obviously leave the euro to struggle at the 139 as well here. So this is how we were counting this move down through here. But look, even if there is another low, even if I've got this wrong and there is another low into the 79.30 area here, we'd still sort of consider it being a low and would still look for a move back. So that means that the euro could make another little high before moving lower, but this is also on the daily as well. It's it's moving at the 139. It's moving into the overbought area as such. So look, there could be another. We've been counting all the little waves up through here, as you know, and it probably does allow another little wave to the upside here as such, and I'll get that from here in terms of up for 1 and back for 2 to here, and then the third wave is the 1, 2, 3 across for 4 and up for the 5th. So this is just the top of the third here, so this can be the 4th wave and looking for a 5th wave to make a new high here, and I suppose that's what this one here tried to do but just didn't quite do it, but it may do it. And while it's above the 138.72 or the group 2 area here, then the market is supported and it's not a shorting environment. If the 72 here became the retested resistance, well then by all means you can look lower, but any move back down here would also be corrective as well, because the momentum in the daily picture for this whole trend coming up through here is really coming into play, so to speak. So it's still got that nice sort of strong momentum to the upside. It's just that we need to see some profit taking and some corrections and so forth. So, and we can see that is the case because it's getting it's kind of weak here across the 139. So look, basically there's not a lot here to the upside because it's overbought and the US dollar is deeply oversold as well. So they can make a small little new high and low, but the general picture is still the same. So we're essentially just waiting for a corrective pattern for the euro here, and also a corrective rally in the US dollar, and then we'll get trades from that point. So there's not a lot here for the next 2 sessions or even 3 sessions here, so just be mindful of that. So probably later in the week, from the Wednesday to Thursday, we'll probably start seeing reasonable setups there. And the Australian dollar is a little bit the same as well. As you can see, it's really got the 94 as a balance line across here, and we've got equal moves above and below practically. The interesting thing here, though, is that this move down through here is in 3 waves. So that makes this whole pattern here, whatever comes up next, is still corrective. So we should see highs above this guy here, this high. It's just that it could come down lower first in terms of an A, B, C for the A wave, up for the B wave, and down for the C wave here, and then up through here. So, give it a little bit of time, but the good news is that that's corrective, so we should see further corrective patterns across here before we see any upside there. The Euro Australian, we're still looking for a low here for this correction here. As you know, we're looking for 5 waves down through to here, and it's just not giving us the evidence that it's in place. I know that on the weekly it's deeply oversold here, so we are looking for a signal to buy. It's just not in place yet. So when we look at this here, I thought I might have had it here as such, because we had a sort of a rough looking sort of 5 wave structure down through from this last high here. But the problem with this is that this move up through here is in 3 waves, not 5 waves. So when we have a closer look at that here on the 20-minute chart here, you can see that, well, there's 5 waves in here. There's a third wave in the middle here. So we've got like an A and a B, and then we've got a C, you know, another move up through here. So it's got, it's more like it's in 3 waves up here. So it's corrective. That means that this low here will be taken out at some point. Sure, this corrective rally could get bigger, but this low will be taken out. This little pattern through here is also in 3 waves as well. So we could say that, you know, you get the 147.60 here as a retested resistance. You can look to short that because we should get a further low down through here, because we've got this strong move down through here and a corrective rally retest to 148. We just need to see it work with the closest largest number. And in fact, the 772 here is important, as you know, so we can work that particular number here too as support or resistance on the for a short trade setup as well. But it does appear to be corrective here, but you just need to work with group 2 here and try and get it as resistance here. Yeah, so anyway, still looking for that sort of low there. Currently, if you'd be trading right now, you'd be trading in a corrective rally. If the 148 becomes a really nice support, then sure, we can look to go long and scale in through 148, 10, 20, and 30. If support is found on 30, then we can look at 149. So support on 148, 30 is the trigger to the upside, and we'll look for that. But at the moment, this appears just a corrective rally to the upside, and we'll see further downside as it progresses. Okay, the pound yen and the euro yen, I kind of got different sort of short-term stories for them, really, because one's going in one way and one the other. So the pound yen here, I know that this is moving down. It's becoming, you know, it is moving into support area, and it's also too on the daily. It's oversold on the daily, but while it's below 170, you can't go long here, and the wave count is sort of accentuating that, it's suggesting that it's moving lower. So just drilling into this here, we've got 5 waves down through to here, which is reasonably clear, and then we've got the ABC here, and then we've got another little 5 here, then a rally here, and then we've got another little 5 coming in here, pulling back to the 61.8% mark just on the 5-minute chart here. So we've got 5 waves down through here, and we've got looks like a corrective move back up here. So I guess if the 170 becomes the retested resistance, at the moment it's support, so it can still move to the upside. You don't want to short above, you know, the closest largest number unless you really know what's actually happening. Look, yeah, that would need to become the resistance, and the trigger would be the 7069, the 169.72 as a resistance there as well. So it's got kind of a bit of a down picture where the euro yen, I still see it in a corrective rally here. So I know that this move up here, it can count as 5 waves in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, and extended in the 5th here, and a very short 3rd wave here. It's possible, but it just counts a bit better as a corrective wave. However, this here is also corrective as well, so we should see further upside here, and we were targeting the 50-60% retracement level up here. So look for further upside there. And in doing that, we can see that it's sitting on the 141 here. So this is quite a nice accumulation across here. So the trade would come from the 141.30, the top group 1 being a retested support, but you could get in it earlier, but you just have to keep the stops under the 141 here. So you'd need to see it move up through, you know, start to move up through here. It's something to look for. So possibly a trade, you know, a short-term trade in a corrective rally there. But on the daily as well, this is also moving into the over the oversold sort of area. So there is scope for this one to move up, but anyway, look for the 141.20 as a support to gain a small position, and then with the view of adding on top of the 30. Right. Okay. Well, that's about it really. So not a lot happening. I think the main thing to sort of connect with is that the US dollar is deeply oversold, and we can have the low in place, but there also can be another short-term low to come as well. But it wouldn't change the fact that we're looking for a retest of the 80. And you need to line that up with whatever pairs that you're trading. All right. Cheers.